Hey everyone, welcome back to Learn English Daily Podcast. I'm Marcus.
And I'm Chris. And wow, Marcus, are you nervous today?
I am. You know why? Because today we're talking about job interviews. And honestly, even thinking about interviews makes me a little anxious.
Laughs. You're not alone. Job interviews make almost everyone nervous, even native English speakers. But here's the good news.
There's good news?
Yes! Today, we're going to teach you the 10 most common interview questions in the United States. And more importantly, we're going to show you how to answer them like a pro.
And we're not just giving you the questions, folks. We're going to talk about pronunciation. We're going to cover common mistakes that even I make. And Chris is going to share some insider cultural tips about American job interviews.
That's right. By the end of this episode, you'll feel so much more confident walking into any interview. We'll even do a full role play so you can hear exactly how a real interview sounds.
So if you're new here, welcome. Make sure to hit that subscribe button because we publish new episodes every week. And if you've been with us for a while, thank you so much. We love seeing your comments.
All right, let's dive in. Marcus, are you ready to become an interview expert?
Let's do this.
Okay, before we jump into the specific questions, we need to talk about U.S. interview culture because it's different.
Different how?
Well, in American culture, there's this concept we call selling yourself. It means you need to actively promote your skills and achievements. You can't be too modest.
So if the interviewer asks, "Are you good at problem solving?" I shouldn't just say, "Yes, I think so."
Exactly. That's too weak. In the US, you need to say something like, "Yes, I'm excellent at problem solving." For example, in my last job, I solved a major issue that saved the company $10,000.
Whoa, so being confident is important.
Super important. But here's the trick. You need to be confident and give specific examples. Americans love specific examples. We call them stories or concrete examples.
Okay, so confidence plus examples. What about body language? I know this is an audio podcast, but body language matters in interviews, right?
Oh, absolutely. Even though our listeners can't see you right now, in a real interview, your body language is crucial. Let me give you the basics. Maintain eye contact, sit up straight, smile naturally, and this is important, shake hands firmly at the beginning.
Firmly, not too soft.
Right. A weak handshake in American culture can make you seem unconfident or uninterested. But don't crush their hand either, right? Just firm and friendly.
Got it. Firm handshake, eye contact, sit up straight. Anything else about U.S. interview culture?
Yes, punctuality. Arrive about 10 to 15 minutes early. Not 30 minutes early, that's too much. But don't arrive exactly on time or late. Being late to an interview it's basically the worst first impression you can make.
So 10 to 15 minutes is perfect.
Perfect. And one more cultural note. At the end of the interview, always ask questions. Americans expect you to ask questions about the company or the role. It shows you're interested and engaged.
Interesting. Okay, I think our listeners are ready for the questions now. Chris, what's the first question?
All right, let's start with the most common question in any interview. Are you ready?
Hit me with it.
Question number 1. Tell me about yourself.
Oh, that sounds easy, but what do they really want to know?
Great question. This is actually a tricky one because it's so open-ended. Here's what they don't want. They don't want your life story from birth. They don't want to hear, "I was born in Seoul. I have 2 brothers. I like pizza."
Okay, so what do they want?
They want a professional summary. Think of it like this: your current or most recent position, a few key achievements, and why you're interested in this job. Keep it to about 1 to 2 minutes.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Listen to this answer. I'm currently a marketing specialist with 5 years of experience in digital marketing. In my current role, I've increased social media engagement by 150% and managed campaigns with budgets over $100,000. I'm excited about this position because I want to work with a company that values creative strategies, and your company has an excellent reputation in the industry.
Oh, wow. That's smooth. So it's current job, achievements. Why this position?
Exactly. And notice the pronunciation. I've increased, not increased. The stress is on the second syllable. Increased.
Increased. Got it. Okay. What's question number 2?
Question number 2. What are your strengths?
Okay. This one should be easy, right? I just list good things about myself?
Almost. But here's the common mistake. People list too many strengths, or they're too vague. Don't say, I'm hardworking, creative, and a team player. That's boring, and everyone says it.
So what should I say?
Pick 2 or 3 specific strengths and back them up with examples. Here's a good answer. One of my key strengths is project management. In my last position, I successfully managed 6 projects simultaneously and delivered all of them on time and under budget. Another strength is my ability to build strong client relationships. I've maintained a 95% retention rate over 3 years.
Ooh, I love the specific numbers. 95% retention rate, 6 projects. That sounds impressive.
Exactly. Numbers make your answer credible and memorable. And pronunciation tip here, simultaneously is a tough word. It's si-mul-tain-is-ly. Let's break it down. Si-mul-tain-e-us-ly.
Si-mul-tain-e-us-ly. That's a mouthful.
It is, but using words like this shows advanced English skills. All right, ready for question 3?
Bring it on.
Question 3. What is your greatest weakness?
I hate this question. Why do they ask this?
Laughs. I know, right? Everyone hates this question. Here's the thing. They're testing your self-awareness and honesty, but you need to be strategic.
Strategic how?
Don't say a weakness that's critical to the job. If you're applying for an accounting position, don't say, I'm not good with numbers. And please, don't use those fake weaknesses like, I'm a perfectionist or I work too hard.
Wait, those are bad answers? I thought those were clever.
They used to be, but now interviewers see right through them. Here's a better approach. Mention a real weakness, but show how you're working to improve it. For example, I used to struggle with public speaking, but over the past year, I've joined a Toastmasters club and volunteered to present at team meetings. I'm now much more confident, though I'm still working on it.
Oh, that's smart. You admit the weakness, but show you're actively fixing it.
Exactly. The key phrase here is I'm working on it or I've been actively improving. This shows personal growth.
Can you give one more example?
Sure. I sometimes focus too much on details, which can slow me down. However, I've learned to set time limits for tasks and prioritize what really needs attention. This has helped me balance quality with efficiency.
Nice. Okay, so real weakness, but show improvement. I got it.
All right, let's move on to the next set. Question number 4. Why do you want to work here?
Okay, I can't just say because I need a job, right?
Definitely not. Even if that's true, you need to show genuine interest in the company. This is where research is super important.
Research?
Yes. Before any interview, you should research the company. Look at their website, read recent news about them, understand their products or services, and check out their mission statement.
So in my answer, I should mention specific things about the company?
Absolutely. Here's an example. I've been following your company for the past year, and I'm impressed by your commitment to sustainability. I saw that you recently launched a new eco-friendly product line, and as someone passionate about environmental issues, I'd love to contribute to projects like this. Plus, your company culture emphasizes innovation, which aligns perfectly with my creative approach to problem solving.
Wow, that answer shows you really know the company.
That's the point. It shows you're not just sending out random applications, you specifically want this job at this company.
Makes sense. What's question 5?
Question number 5. Why are you leaving your current job? Or why did you leave your last job?
Ooh. This could be tricky. What if I didn't like my boss?
Well, here's the golden rule. Never, ever speak negatively about your previous employer, boss, or coworkers, even if they were terrible.
Really? Never?
Never. It makes you look unprofessional and difficult to work with. Instead, focus on positive reasons, seeking new challenges, wanting career growth, looking for a better culture fit, relocating, or wanting to develop new skills.
Can you give an example of a good answer?
Sure. I've learned a lot in my current position, but I'm ready for new challenges. This role offers opportunities to lead larger projects and work with international teams, which is the next step in my career development.
That sounds diplomatic.
Exactly. Even if the real reason is my boss was horrible, you frame it positively. Oh, and pronunciation tip. Opportunities. That's opportunities. Many people say opportunities, but it's opportunities.
Opportunities. Got it. Question 6?
Question number 7. Describe a challenge you faced at work and how you handled it.
Oh, this is one of those story questions, right?
Yes, and for this, we use something called the STAR method. STAR.
STAR method? What's that?
It's a framework for answering behavioral questions. STAR stands for situation, task, action, result. You describe the situation, explain the task you needed to do, detail the action you took, and share the result.
Can you give an example using STAR?
Of course. Listen, in my previous role, our team lost 2 members right before a major deadline. That's the situation. I needed to ensure we still completed the project on time. That's the task. So I reorganized the workflow, took on extra responsibilities myself, and coordinated with other departments for support. That's the action. As a result, we delivered the project 2 days early and received praise from the client. That's the result.
Wow, that's really clear and structured.
Right? The STAR method keeps your answer organized and shows you can think strategically. And here's a pronunciation challenge. Coordinated. It's coordinated. Many people say coordinated, but it's coordinated.
Coordinated. These pronunciation tips are so helpful.
We're getting close to the end. Let's cover the last 3 questions. Question number 8. What are your salary expectations?
Oh no. The money question. This makes me so uncomfortable.
You're not alone. Many people, even Americans, find this awkward. But here's the thing. You need to research typical salaries for this position in your area before the interview.
How do I do that?
Use websites like Glassdoor, PayScale, or LinkedIn Salary. They show average salaries for specific jobs in specific locations. Then, give a range rather than a specific number.
A range?
Yes. For example, based on my research and experience level, I'm looking for something in the range of $65,000 to $75,000, but I'm flexible depending on the full benefits package.
Oh, mentioning benefits is smart.
Very smart. Because sometimes companies offer great health insurance, vacation time, or other perks that add value. Also, notice I said I'm flexible. This shows you're open to negotiation.
What if they ask this question really early in the interview and I'm not ready?
Great question. You can say, I'd prefer to learn more about the responsibilities of the role before discussing salary. Could we revisit this later in the conversation?
Oh, that's smooth. Okay, question 9.
Question number 9. Do you have any questions for us?
Wait, they're asking me questions?
Yes, and this is super important. Remember, at the beginning, I mentioned that Americans expect you to ask questions. This is where that happens.
So, What should I ask?
Ask thoughtful questions about the role, team, or company. Never ask about salary or vacation time here. Save that for later. Good questions are, what does a typical day look like in this role? Or what are the biggest challenges facing the team right now? Or how would you describe the company culture?
Those are good. So I should prepare some questions before the interview?
Absolutely. Prepare at least 3 questions. And here's a pro tip. Take notes during the interview. It shows you're engaged and professional.
Take notes. I wouldn't have thought of that. Okay, what's question 10?
This is the last one. Question number 10. Why should we hire you?
Oh, wow. Putting me on the spot.
I know. This is your chance to summarize why you're the best candidate. It's like your closing argument.
What's a good strategy for answering this?
Bring together your skills, experience, and enthusiasm for the role, and be confident. Here's an example. You should hire me because I bring both the technical skills and the teamwork mindset needed for this role. I have 7 years of experience in software development. I've led successful projects from start to finish, and I'm genuinely excited about your company's mission. I'm ready to hit the ground running and make an immediate impact.
Hit the ground running. That's an idiom, right?
Yes, it means to start working effectively immediately without needing much training. It's a great phrase to use in interviews. The pronunciation is simple. Hit the ground running.
I love it. So that's all 10 questions.
That's right. We've covered the 10 most common questions. But now, let's hear how all of this sounds in a real interview. Marcus, are you ready to practice?
Let's do it.
Okay, everyone. Now you're going to hear a complete interview from beginning to end. I'll play Sarah, the hiring manager for a marketing company. Marcus will play Alex. Let's imagine Alex is interviewing for a marketing coordinator position. Ready, Marcus?
Ready.
In professional voice, hello, you must be Alex. Welcome. I'm Sarah Thompson, the marketing director.
Hi, Sarah. It's great to meet you. Thank you so much for having me today.
Please, have a seat. How was your drive here?
Oh, it was fine. Thank you. I left early, so I had plenty of time.
Good. I appreciate punctuality. Well, let's get started. Alex, can you tell me a bit about yourself?
Sure. I'm currently working as a marketing assistant at Digital Solutions, where I've been for the past 3 years. In my role, I've managed social media accounts for 5 major clients, and I've helped increase their online engagement by an average of 120%. I'm particularly proud of a campaign I created that went viral and brought in 50,000 new followers in just 1 month. I'm really excited about this marketing coordinator position because I'm ready to take on more responsibility, and I've heard wonderful things about your company's innovative approach to brand strategy.
That's impressive. A 120% increase is significant. Now, what would you say are your greatest strengths?
I'd say my 2 biggest strengths are creativity and data analysis. I know those might sound contradictory, but I believe great marketing needs both. I can come up with creative campaign ideas, but I also know how to look at the metrics and adjust strategies based on what the data tells us. For example, in my current role, I developed a creative video series, but when the data showed that our audience preferred shorter content, I adapted the strategy and our view completion rate increased by 40%.
I like that you use data to inform your decisions. Now, let me ask you, what would you say is your greatest weakness?
That's a good question. I would say I sometimes get too focused on perfecting every detail, which can slow me down. However, I've been working on this by setting strict time limits for projects and learning to identify which details truly matter and which ones are less critical. For instance, I now use the 80-20 rule, focusing 80% of my energy on the 20% of details that will have the biggest impact. This has really helped me be more efficient while still maintaining quality.
That's good self-awareness. So tell me, why do you want to work here specifically?
Well, I've been following your company for about 6 months now, and I'm really impressed by your work with eco-friendly brands. I saw your recent campaign for Green Life products, and I thought it was brilliant. The way you balanced entertainment with environmental messaging was really effective. Sustainability is something I care deeply about, and I'd love to work for a company where I can combine my marketing skills with my personal values. Plus, I've read great things about your company culture and your commitment to professional development.
We do pride ourselves on our culture. Now, I noticed you've been at your current company for 3 years. Why are you looking to leave?
I've learned so much digital solutions, and I'm grateful for the experience. However, I'm ready for the next step in my career. In my current role, I support campaigns, but I'm not leading them yet. This marketing coordinator position would allow me to take ownership of projects from start to finish, which is exactly what I'm looking for. I want to be in a role where I can make strategic decisions and have a bigger impact.
That makes sense. Let me ask you this. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, I see myself in a senior marketing role, possibly as a marketing manager, leading a team and developing comprehensive strategies for multiple brands. I want to continue growing my skills, particularly in areas like marketing automation and data analytics. And I'd love to mentor junior team members the way I've been mentored. Of course, I also hope to still be growing with this company and contributing to its success.
Good answer. Now, can you describe a time when you faced a significant challenge at work and how you handled it?
Absolutely. About a year ago, we had a major client who was unhappy with their campaign results. They were threatening to end their contract with us. I was assigned to turn things around. First, I scheduled a meeting with the client to really understand their concerns. Turns out, they felt we weren't listening to their input. So I created a new collaborative process where we had weekly check-ins, and I sent them detailed reports showing exactly how we were implementing their feedback. I also redesigned the campaign based on their suggestions, while also adding my own strategic recommendations. Within 2 months, we saw a 200% increase in their conversion rates, and they ended up renewing their contract for another year. They even sent a thank you letter to our CEO.
Wow, that's a great turnaround. All right, last question before we wrap up. Why should we hire you?
You should hire me because I bring the perfect combination of creativity, analytical skills, and genuine passion for this work. I have the technical skills you need. I'm proficient in all major marketing platforms, I understand data analytics, and I can write compelling copy. But beyond that, I'm a team player who's always willing to go the extra mile. I'm excited about your company's mission, and I'm ready to make an immediate impact. I know I can help you take your marketing efforts to the next level.
Well, Alex, thank you for those answers. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, actually, I have a few. First, what does a typical day look like for someone in this marketing coordinator role?
Great question. You'd typically start your day reviewing campaign performance metrics, then you'd have team meetings to discuss ongoing projects. You'd spend time creating content, coordinating with clients, and collaborating with our design team. It's a mix of strategic thinking and hands-on execution.
That sounds perfect. Can you tell me about the team I'd be working with?
Sure, you'd be working directly with me and 2 other marketing coordinators. We also collaborate closely with our design team and our social media specialists. It's a collaborative environment. We believe the best ideas come from teamwork.
I love that. One more question. What are the biggest challenges facing the marketing team right now?
Good question. I'd say our biggest challenge is scaling our operations while maintaining the personal touch that our clients love. We've been growing quickly, and we need to find efficient systems without losing quality. Someone who can help us optimize our processes would be really valuable.
That makes sense. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Sarah. I'm really excited about this opportunity.
Thank you, Alex. We'll be in touch soon.
Okay, great job, Marcus. So, listeners, that was a complete interview. Did you notice how Marcus used all the techniques we discussed?
I tried. It felt pretty natural once I got into it.
Let's quickly review the key points. Remember, tell me about yourself. Keep it professional, about 1 to 2 minutes. What are your strengths? Pick 2 or 3 with specific examples and numbers. What's your weakness? Be honest, but show how you're improving.
Why do you want to work here? Do your research and be specific. Why are you leaving? Never speak negatively about past employers. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Show ambition, but stay realistic.
Describe a challenge. Use the STAR method. Situation, task, action, result. Salary expectations? Research first and give a range. Do you have questions? Always ask thoughtful questions. And why should we hire you? This is your confident closing statement.
Now, let's talk about some common mistakes to avoid. Chris, what are the biggest mistakes people make?
Oh, good question. Here are the top 5 mistakes. 1, arriving late. 2, speaking negatively about previous employers. 3, not preparing questions to ask. 4, giving vague answers without specific examples. And 5, poor body language, like avoiding eye contact or slouching.
And even though this is an audio podcast, body language really does matter in real interviews.
It absolutely does. Sit up straight, maintain eye contact, smile naturally, and give a firm handshake. Your body language shows confidence and professionalism.
Pronunciation-wise, we covered some tricky words today. Let's review. Increased, simultaneously, opportunities, and coordinated.
Great review! One more cultural tip. In the US, it's completely normal to send a thank you email within 24 hours after your interview. It doesn't have to be long. Just thank them for their time and reiterate your interest in the position.
Oh, that's a great tip. I didn't know that was expected.
It's not required, but it definitely makes a good impression.
Wow, we covered so much today, Chris. I actually feel much more confident about interviews now.
That's exactly what we wanted. You know, Marcus, interviews can be stressful. But remember, the company wants you to succeed. They're not trying to trick you. They genuinely want to find the right person for the job.
That's a good way to think about it. It's not you versus them. It's more like you're showing them how you can help them.
Exactly. And listeners, I want you to remember this. Even native English speakers get nervous in interviews. Everyone does. But preparation is the key to confidence.
So true. Hey, let me ask you, Chris. What was your worst interview experience?
No. Okay, I'll share. Years ago, I was interviewing for a teaching position, and I was so nervous that I accidentally called the principal by the wrong name. Not once, but 3 times.
No way!
Yes, I was mortified. But you know what? I got the job anyway. The principal told me later that she appreciated my honesty when I finally realized my mistake and apologized. So, listeners, if you make a mistake in an interview, don't panic. Just acknowledge it gracefully and move on.
That's a great story. It shows that everyone makes mistakes, and what matters is how you handle them.
Exactly. All right, let's give our listeners a practice challenge for this week.
Ooh, yes. Here's your challenge. Choose 3 of the 10 questions we discussed today and practice answering them out loud. Don't just think about your answers, actually say them out loud. Practice in front of a mirror, or even better, record yourself and listen back.
That's a fantastic challenge. Recording yourself is really helpful because you can hear how you sound and spot areas to improve. And here's a bonus challenge. Ask a friend or family member to role play an interview with you. Practice makes perfect.
Now, we want to hear from you. Here's our question for the comments. Have you ever had a job interview in English? What was the most difficult question you were asked? Let us know in the comments below. We read every single one.
Yes, we do. And your comments help other learners too. It's such a great community we have here.
Speaking of community, if you found this episode helpful, please share it with a friend who's looking for a job or preparing for interviews. Learning English is so much better when you do it together.
Absolutely. And don't forget to hit that like button or give us a thumbs up. It really helps other learners find this podcast.
Now, let me give you a preview of next week's episode. We're going to talk about, drumroll please, English for traveling. We'll cover everything from checking into hotels, to asking for directions, to handling emergencies. It's going to be super practical.
I'm excited about that one. Traveling is one of the best ways to practice your English in real-world situations.
Definitely. Okay, before we go, let's do our quick reminder. If you haven't already, please subscribe to Learn English Daily Podcast. We publish new episodes every week, and we have so much great content coming up.
And if you have topic suggestions, let us know in the comments. We love hearing what you want to learn.
All right, I think that's it for today. Chris, this was a great episode.
It really was. I hope everyone feels more prepared for their next interview. Remember, you've got this. Believe in yourself and your abilities.
Yes, be confident, be prepared, and be yourself. Thank you so much for listening, everyone.
Thank you. Good luck with your interviews.
Bye. See you next week.